But here's the thing people don't tell you. Philly is a city that's block by block. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina Ruiz and I am your local real estate expert for Philly, Delco, the main line, and our other surrounding suburbs. Today we're going to be comparing Philly versus the suburbs. Where should you actually live? Well, it's a big question. And I hope in this video I can help you narrow down your search, or at least give you some thought-provoking topics to think about. If you're trying to decide between living in Philly or the suburbs, you're not alone. This is a topic that majority of people that live in this area think about. You're not just making a real estate choice, you're making a lifestyle choice. And someone is lying to you if they say one is better than the other. So in this video, I'm breaking down Philly versus the burbs, and not in a generic way. I'm breaking it down in a way that actually affects your day-to-day life, your money, and how you'll feel 6 months after moving. Let's start with the biggest misconception. It's not city versus suburb debate. It's how you live your life debate. First, let's talk about living in Philly. Living in the city is about proximity and energy. You're choosing walkability, spontaneity, and being in the middle of things. Living in the city means you don't have to plan every move. Sometimes it means walking outside and decide where you're going once you're already on the move. Coffee shops, gyms, restaurants, parks. It's a lifestyle where you don't need a car to run every errand. But here's the thing people don't tell you. Philly is a city that's block by block. So one block can feel super social and vibrant, and another 2 blocks away can feel totally different. So that's why I encourage my buyers to shop not only by neighborhood, but by hyper-local locations. Housing-wise, living in the city means row homes, twins, narrow layouts, tight stairs, less storage, and smaller bedrooms. You're often trading square footage for location. You might not get a driveway or a big backyard, but you gain time. Less time commuting, less time driving, more time actually living your life. Now let's talk about the real downsides of living in the city, because pretending they don't exist helps no one. Parking is real, trash days are real, the noise is real, city wage tax is real. Philly isn't a polished city. It's gritty, it's loud, it's opinionated. If disorder stresses you out, then city living can take a wear on you faster than others. Some people thrive in it, and others start to realize that they long for a little bit more of a calmer environment. Now let's talk about the suburbs. This is where people tend to oversimplify things. The suburbs are not one thing. Living in Delco feels different than living on the main line. Walkable suburban downtowns feel different than car-dependent ones. And new developments feel different than older, established communities. What people love about suburban living is space and predictability. Bigger homes, wider streets, driveways, garages, basements, and a sense of quiet. For many clients, the moment they have kids, pets, or they just want a sense of quiet, the suburbs start to make a little bit more sense for them. Commutes matter here. If you work remote or hybrid, the suburbs can feel like an upgrade overnight. However, if you are still commuting into the city, the traffic, train rides, and commute times overall can take a toll on your quality of life. Here's a big surprise for you. The suburbs are not always cheaper. Yes, you might get more house for your money, but taxes can be significantly higher in the suburbs. School districts, property taxes, and local township taxes can add up quickly. Another thing no one really explains is suburban life is a little bit more scheduled. You're not just popping out and popping by somewhere. It's a little bit more driving and a little bit more scheduling. For some people, that's a relief. And for some city-minded folk, that can feel a little isolating. Now let's talk about who tends to be happiest where, because I think this can help people the most. Those who tend to be happier in the city, like walkability and convenience, social energy and spontaneity, proximity to work, friends, nightlife, smaller space in exchange for location, flexibility over predictability. Suburban living tends to work for those who prioritize space and privacy, quieter surroundings, storage, yards and parking, long-term ownership, stability. But here's the truth that no one ever says out loud. This decision is often seasonal. I've had clients swear they were city people forever and then call me up when one is pregnant. Or I've had suburban buyers move back to the city and tell me they feel alive again. Neither choice needs to be permanent, and neither is settling or upgrading. So when clients ask me, Marina, where should I live? My answer is never a location. My answer is always a few questions like, what do your weekdays look like? What do your weekends look like? Do you leave your house for fun, or is home the destination? Things like that. Because once you answer those questions honestly, I think the decision becomes a little more clear. If you're torn between Philly or the burbs, you're doing the right things. You're researching and you're not taking this decision lightly. But these are the conversations that I have with buyers before we go out and look for homes or decide if we want to move forward. So I'm happy to talk this through with you one-on-one as your realtor and therapist. Because the right home in the wrong lifestyle will never work. If this helped, like this video, please, subscribe, and comment what you're feeling. Are you a city person or are you going to the suburbs? Thanks for watching. Bye.